Hello everybody, it's Rookie2134 here, aka Charles. I'm gonna be playing Skyrim today. I just finished eating dinner. It is like, I think 7:10? Uh, okay, it's 7:13, July 5th. Cousin's birthday. I basically stayed up with him earlier this morning till around 4. It's just chilling and talking about life. Anyways, how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody had a great 4th of July. Oh, God. It's so crazy. Um, basically, what character am I playing? I think Shadow's my original character. We're in Riften. Alright. Anyways, um, uh, basically just had a lot of Mountain Dew the other day, and a lot of thoughts, and a bag of barbecue Lay's chips. So, but yeah, how's everybody's 4th of July? I hope everybody, you know, enjoyed their weekend. As time progresses, it just gets faster and faster, it seems. So, anyways, what am I gonna do today? I have no clue. Apparently, I have a quest active in the Thieves Guild. Is it to return something? Let's go check. I had uploaded some Resident Evil 8, but no one's watched the video yet, so I don't know if that one's gonna get any views or this one will, but one can hope. Anyways, I do appreciate the people that watched my Resident Evil 9 video. Thank you guys so much. I know I blabber a lot, and the one thing I want to talk about is interesting because you could look up the stats in YouTube. Now, I get it, you could promote your videos and stuff. I don't have that kind of money, even though it's like, a handful of.
Brynjolf, eh? Let me guess. He just plucked you off the street and dropped you into the thick of things without telling you which way is up. Am I right?
Mm-hmm. Anyways, like, I had.
Brynjolf, eh? Let me guess. He just plucked you off the street and dropped you into
He's
the
like
thick
me
of
today,
things
being a
without
broken
telling you
record.
which way is up.
Ready for some work,
Am
or are
I
you just
right?
gonna wander around all day?
But, anyways, what was I saying? Um, basically, I looked up my YouTube stats, and it says I'm not keeping you guys entertained. So it's like, maybe sometimes it's just a little bit of luck, and sometimes people are actually genuinely curious and watching videos. So it's just kind of hit or miss, if you know what I mean. I'm looking at my dog's hedgehog toy. It's torn to shreds. It's basically just sitting on my desk. Zoe's been up all night
Yeah, I
shaking
did. That wood
from
elf's wit
fireworks,
is
so
a lot smarter than I
kept her
expected.
company and
Can you believe that Fetcher had more than triple the
basically
guard?
kept
There must have
stealing
been
my
8 of
pillow
them in
every
there.
night.
It was like he was daring us to come and get him. Well, there's an old sewer tunnel that dumps into the lake on the northwest side of the island. That's how I slipped in there. Should still be unguarded.
Hmm.
All right, but if you get arrested, don't blame it on me.
Only
Brynjolf, eh?
39.
Let me guess. He just plucked you off the street and dropped you into the thick of things without telling
He's
you
on
which way is
repeat.
up.
I don't know what to
Am
do.
I right?
You must really need that, you know.
Oh, it's for the Baron Zaya gym.
Ready for some work, or are you just gonna wander around all day? Been a while since I've seen one of those. What you've got there is a stone of Baron Zaya. Not like that, it isn't. The stone was pried off of Baron Zaya's ceremonial crown by a thief in order to
I
cover
think she
his
just,
tracks.
did instant transmission.
I think there were 24 in all. Most people keep them as a curiosity. Some
You
of the
see
guild
that?
members have tried to locate them over the years, but they haven't been successful. Well,
It's a
until
moving
now.
magical bowl.
Look, I only buy things I can turn around quickly for a profit. And no one wants these stones unless they have the whole set. Tell you what, if you find the rest of them, talk to me again. Otherwise, keep it. Maybe it'll bring you luck.
Bring me
Where
luck.
do you think you're going? We have work to do.
Work.
Welcome to the cozy little family.
Something
I'm
I
one of the
want to go
lookouts for the
back to
guild.
doing,
I
but
watch Delvin's back.
completely wasted time. Context, I worked for 12 years in a perpetually stuck position
Well, you could
where
always speak to
there
Delvin or
was
Vex
no
if you're looking for
advancement
extra
or
work.
anything like that.
Or if you're looking for training, we've got
And
plenty of it down
I
here.
put in
Delvin,
effort.
Vex,
I had
Irwin, and Vicar
some
can give
job
you a leg up
offers
on
from
that.
management, like assistant management, like not full blown. Like I'm ahead of like a lot of people, just a few. And basically, I just didn't feel like comfortable doing that, like as a job. Like there's a difference between leading people in a video game through a raid where you can make mistakes, but in real life you can make only a few of them before people start getting pissed off. So it's like, do I take the risk? You know? But, nah, I'm just been stuck with my thoughts, to be honest. I want to use my Twitch account for live streaming, but unfortunately, need a computer and camera.
Shay, do you think you can find me some phthalo?
The Argonian sugarcane wine? It's pretty
So,
hard to get around here.
God only knows if I'll actually ever do it. I would love to. I'd very much love to. Where's the golden glow? No. Read the letter from talking to the innkeepers. They've always had a good way to find work. Feed, uh, feed the rabbit a carrot. Where's the said rabbit? Alchemist Shack. Alright. I had played this for like 5 minutes one day and just basically sold all the junk I had. A rabbit! Do I not have a carrot? No carrot, you say? Well, fire salts. We don't want the end table, we want the satchel. Is this the coven? More fire salts. Carrot! Feed bugs money! I don't want to lose the rabbits. How about we sleep for 9 hours? The other thing I wanted to talk about is even though I'm not like a gaming news channel and inform people, this ain't nothing new. but I kind of find it very upsetting. Like, okay, just for a little bit of context, uh, I've been gaming since I think I was like 6 or 8, right? I used to play uh, Mario on Game Boy Color, right? We had a blue one. No, we didn't have blue. We had yellow, we had purple, and I think we had the see-through purple and then the dark purple, right? This flat purple. And that was throughout the years, right? Me and my siblings each had one Game Boy, right? One Game Boy Color. And to find out that PlayStation is going to no longer be do oh my god, sorry, the margarita kicked in. Uh, Sony is no longer going to make physical copies of video games for the next generation, which they said is 2028, and there's all this stuff online saying there's backlash and, all this stuff. I don't think it's really going to do anything, to be honest. So, physical games are going the way of the VHS and the DVD and, cameras and cell phones, We basically got to that point in 30 years essentially where everything's gone digital. It's just completely just. Do I want to say not surprising, but also just disappointing? It's like an end of my, um, you know, the end of a generation. Like, for everybody that grew up in the late 80s or the early 80s through the mid 2000s, right? We have seen so much change within such a short amount of time, um, where you would think things would only get better as time progressed. You know, just whatever maybe. And it just feels like it's the complete opposite. So the fact that they want to go to digital only, I might be a customer only for next year for Sony and PSN and all that bullshit. I'm gonna try to get as many physical copies of games as I possibly can for my PS4 now, and I am going to get a PS3 again. We already have old consoles, so the only thing we need to do is just get like new remotes and maybe a couple of games, but that's not hard to find. We're not shopping on eBay, but I mean, if you're able to shop on eBay or there's Sound Exchange. I don't know if Sound Exchange even exists anymore. Or some mom and pop shop. That's where I would start looking for games. Because ultimately, I am not going to be spending. I'm sure a lot of us aren't going to be spending a lot of money. We're not going to be trading in our physical media anytime soon because we know once you get rid of it, some stuff is very hard to get back. So,
Kill him to get some beer every now and then. Now ain't this a surprise? You
The bad
Iron.
friend lost friend.
Oh, hi there, Elia. This is so funny.
I've never seen anything quite like that.
Uh-huh. I don't even know where I'm at. Wisp Mother.
Huh?
What's in the loot box? Okay, iron ingot. Yay. Saying it leads somewhere, but I don't know where it leads. It's showing me like a dwarven tomb, but I don't want to go into a dwarven tomb. Everybody knows. You go into a dwarven tomb, you ain't gonna be coming out for at least 3 weeks. Oh. This is for a quest for, I think, the college. Oh. Basically, where you gotta have oh my god, Master Destruction Magic, and then come back here, you unlock a cool spell or some shit. The game is rendering like shit. I love it though. See, me and my father were firm, like, believers that after the PS3, we pretty much, hit, like, the sweet spot of gaming. Like, we didn't really need the PS4. We really didn't need the PS5. We thought the PS3 was kind of the best in that generation in terms of games, right? Where, you know, we didn't always need to have mid middle life generation updates, and the PS5 got the PS5 Pro, and then it got the PS5 Pro Slim, or just a Slim, but it's no disk drive. My cousin's got one with no disk drive, and I'm looking at him like he's fucking crazy. He says he got one that was basically uh, just to play with me and hang out with me, and that's the only reason why he
Don't
got
think
a
you can
5.
barter with me like I'm one of those
And
damn
then my
shopkeepers.
cousins, one plays on a laptop and the other one plays on her other half's console because he plays PC as well. So I'm actually thinking there's still not a lot of people that have
Whatever
a
you need,
PS5, and
take
trust
a
me
look.
when I say this, if they really decide to go no more disc in the future, they're going to kill their brand. And another thing is, people have posted online where the terms of service is where supposedly if you don't use your account for over 3 years, Sony can just delete your account. And let's say you just forget about it, you don't actively log in, or you don't turn it on one day, or maybe you just don't buy your PlayStation Plus subscription for 1 month at a time like I used to do. And I think I might still do. I'm not entirely sure. I I might just switch to Nintendo. But the fact that I guess people have also covered that if you don't use your console, I guess in the UK or EU, um, you could possibly lose all your games that you purchased throughout the years just because it was inactive. Like, what the fuck was the point of PSN? The point was to have a digital market, create an online platform to where you can make money. And originally, the purpose for digital, part of the reason was not a lot of people were able to get to game stores. I am not able to get to a game store because I am disabled. And the fact of the matter is, I still prefer physical fucking copies over digital because if I don't have internet for a period of time, which has happened to me more than once, and multiple of my friends have had it, where we just don't, play online, right? We just let our thing expire, and then when we decide, hey, we want to play back online again, sure, we'll renew it. Renew it for a month, and then if everybody's playing and everybody's got time, we'll go up for a couple more months, or we'll do a year, and then we'll have the subscription for a year, and then after that we go on a hiatus and do it again, rinse, repeat. But I think Sony is just whoever is making these decisions needs to be studied because they need to reevaluate their numbers and their so-called profit margins on their uh, their digital to physical. Um, Young Yeah went over it in his video today, so if you want to go check that out, you know, another YouTuber that's been established for the past decade, where he's like, and it's not necessarily coming to the U.S. because it's only in the UK terms of service, but again, what's to say that it won't come to the U.S. eventually down the line? Uh, just wasting money today. Damn.
Aye.
How much time do I got? I'm gonna check the time real quick. Oh, we're at 21 minutes. That ain't too bad. Uh, I fed the carrot to the rabbit, and it is still there. Uh, where's the thief's body? I leave somebody somewhere. I left someone somewhere in the dirt. Being stubborn today. Ah, hunt stones of Baron's Eye. Leader of the Dawn Guard. Wow. Wow. I haven't really done much yet. I thought we did this sinkhole. I don't know. There we go. Ta-da!
We're keeping the mine closed until that crypt is clear.
Till the crypt is clear. I don't know if this is just a repeat of something I already did or not. Sounds like I am completely safe until I jump down the hole of no return. Frogger ahoy! Hi there, my dear friend. How are we doing today? Nord arrows? Oh, it's Forsworn. That's what I'm using. Alrighty. I ain't too shabby. Come at me! Nope. Nope, he failed. He just wanted to be a pincushion. That's what he identified as. Pincushion. Poison? Why poison? Hey, hell yeah. There you go. I didn't do it. Nova didn't do it. Oh, there they are. I heard them. Not too bad. What do you guys think? Yeesh. I'm just going on a shopping spree so I could sell. Oh, remote. Blame the remote. The one thing I gotta do is take my PS5 in to get cleaned because I'm not tearing this one apart. I tore apart all my PS4s to clean them, you know, put thermal paste and clean the heatsink and, you know, clean the fan and clean the shell and clean the rollers and everything in relation to just the console running a little bit more smoothly.
We are routed. Fall back.
Great Sword of Frost. I'm so confused. Let's get some Moonstone. Moonstone. Oh my god, the margarita kicked in way too much. Can't make up excuse. Oh my gosh. It's not a big one either, it's a little one. Ooh. Okay. Steel Great Sword of Souls. Target dies within 3 seconds. Why is it always only 3 seconds? Oh my god. This is actually not bad at all. I would definitely take that. Let's see, and let's remember bone meal and taproot. Okay. Just remember that bone meal taproot. I don't know what kind of recipe, but I'll figure it out. It's a great iron sword of draining. Briarheart. Okay. Still not out of space. Ta-da! Did we clear the sinkhole? Wonder if there's any more ore I can mine. I hear ye somewhere. There they are. Somebody's... Okay, that works. No, Ilya. Sit still. Never mind. My battle mage buddy is doing all the work. I'm just standing still. Light armor increased to 45. Moonstone, moonstone. And would you look at that? More moonstone. Potato. Okay, we got potato. Good, 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 good. Wait, can I mine the floor? I can mine the floor! And tell you the truth, the past couple of days I've been looking forward to the Black Ops 1 and 2 re-releases. Now, another thing I wanted to talk about is how, even though they're just ports, for someone like me, I'm not going to care if I spend like 40 or 50 bucks um, to get the same games that I no longer own. Now, it would be nice if they would bundle them for just 40. I think that would be way, way reasonable. But if I had to choose one of them,
We're keeping the mine closed until that crypt is clear. You
well,
did? We were waiting for the Jarl to send an entire regiment to clear that mine.
Oh.
Now we can get back to work. Thank you. See you.
okay. 270 gold extra.
Don't suppose you'd enchant my sword.
I am not a mage.
Dull old blade can barely cut butter.
Well, it sounds like you need to, maintain your gear better. Anyways, like, I watched a couple of videos from all the Call of Duty YouTubers, right? But the one that caught me out the most, right, is Eight Thoughts. He's a cool dude. I don't, don't know him personally. It is funny, the character he puts on, for his channel. Maybe that is his personality in a nutshell. I'm not entirely sure. But, I knew I ran in a circle because I cleared this a while back. There should be no Forsworn here. And cleared everybody out essentially. And anyways, Eight Thoughts was talking about how if you're buying the ports, you're a hypocrite and you support Sony's decision for digital games and all this crap. And essentially, I'm not gonna like say he's 100% incorrect. There's a lot of other people that would agree with me. If you don't own a game and it's ancient as fuck as these two, right? Black Ops 1 and 2 are like over 15 to 12 years old. It's like, why wouldn't it matter to you if I decide to spend my money on one game that I can no longer play on old hardware and I'm buying it for new hardware? So, and do I have like a spell here? Alteration. Says I could teleport the rabbit. Need to work on my magic. I need to get my dragon shouts. Yeah, he's not an animal. No, 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 don't kill him.
Yield, and I may still show mercy.
Why are they attacking me? I'm an Arconian attacking me, help! But,
Time for you to die.
Eight Dots was essentially saying that the people that buy the ports are just hypocrites and people are stupid. I would counter argue where if it's not your money, it's not your place to say. And just leave it at that. I'm not spending hundreds of dollars to buy these DLCs and all these rumored things. Basically, I'm just gonna buy the base games, leave them at that, because I don't really care for the DLCs. I bought one or two back in the day. You don't, I mean, if you want to buy them, that's up to you when they do come out, but I think most of us really give two shits less. Is it the blood wine? It was the blood wine. So, I'm probably gonna spend 40 bucks on Black Ops 1 and then at a later date get Black Ops 2. I just want to play them. Even if it's for, I don't know, maybe a year and a half, because eventually we know the games are gonna get rigged with hackers or something in between. So to get to enjoy them for a small time frame, I don't think why. Just thinking. There's so many of them. And these guys are tanky. Very tanky. Putrefied zombie. It's like they raided a grave that was essentially people that wanted to basically just bonk everything with hammers. Monster Hunter reference. Or Destiny 2. Whichever one. So, I'm just gonna start buying my PlayStation 5 games off of Amazon. They're pretty cheap for some of the games I've wanted to buy. They're like 20 or 30 bucks a pop. So I'm not gonna be wasting too much money on PS5 games, but PS4 I am definitely gonna be doing. Am I over by Markarth? I think I'm over by Markarth. Yep, I am. Okay, this should be interesting. In the city in stone.
I know thieves killed armor when I see it. You're not fooling anyone.
Uh-huh. You say you see Thieves Guild armor, but in actuality, you just see very cool armor. Oh. It reminds me of Lord of the Rings and Helm's Deep. They should add a quest like that.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Never leave the house? You want that ending?
You're closing the stall, and that's final.
Guess it's highly overrated.
All right, you've had enough.
Hey, don't get mad and hurt me again. I work silver, like my father, and his father before him.
Fight.
Need something? Hey, stop by my stall in the
Excuse
market
me,
sometime.
but do you know anything about this house?
Somebody
Seen
help.
anyone enter or leave?
Thank you for your time.
What?
Someone do something.
Hurting each other.
Kill him.
Oh no. I give him the sword back.
Can't talk. Mullish will beat me if I stop working. Me and Hathrasil mostly. Mullish barks at us all day, but I wouldn't call that honest work. A few people in the Warrens used to work here. Degane broke some bones a while back. Altris quit. Kareen is too sick.
Mm.
He's a damn tyrant, always being goaded by the Silverbloods to get more work out of us. They pay us next to nothing. We get beaten if we make a mistake. And where are our kind Nord rulers? What are they doing? Typical. You're gonna try to talk sense into that orc? I'll believe it when I see it. We've lost a lot of good people to that damn crusade. Drive out the Nords, they say. Well, the Nord ain't driven out. See you.
Everybody hates everybody in this game. It's so weird. The Nords hate the Elves hate the Nords, the Orcs hate this, the Dark Elves hate that. Like, no one gets along in in Skyrim at all. Everybody's out to fight the other person. It makes no sense.
What are you hiding, priest?
I'm not hiding anything. It's closed for a reason.
Typical Imperial lies. First, you take away towns. Now you're keeping us from seeing our honored dead? You and the Jarl will answer for
Wait.
any desecration
I know
of
you.
my ancestors' bodies.
That's enough, Thongvor. We're done. You're here to see the Jarl. No sudden moves. Understand?
The Silverblood family will be heard.
Yeah, you
Dwarven
Maven
city underneath the
Blackfire.
keep. The Shuans.
Guys should have been
Let's declare it.
like a city with those two combined. Oh my god, it'd be fucking Mad Max dystopian. But I think it's time to go back to Nintendo for a little bit. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Get another Game Boy Advance. Play some Boo's Fury, best video game on planet Earth.
Citizen.
His best handheld game ever. That and episode 3. Lego version or the animated one, it don't matter. I don't know which Ninja Turtle game came out on the Game Boy Advance, but specifically the flip one. I'm not talking about the purple one, right? They have that Game Boy Advance. I had the flip one, and my cousin had stolen from me because I had accidentally left it at home when my dad was basically moving us 20 years ago, right? Short story. Where my dad had basically had packed up the house. My mom had moved down here with us, right? So me and my two siblings. Me, he's like saying, hey, take whatever toys you guys want, you know. Your favorite toys are your Game Boys, what have you, right? It's like, take a couple of your favorite things. Oh, I think I had a couple of Yu-Gi-Oh cards I took, and a couple action figures. I can't quite remember. But I had a Game Boy Advance with about 12 games. The games had little plastic cases that you put in. Right? And it was a Game Boy, like, binder. It had a charger, it had a car charger. The Game Boy, all the games, my manual, or some of the manuals, and the manual for the game console. And my cousin Opie stole it because years later, around, what year? I want to say around 2015, I went up north to go see my family, found my Game Boy with my Harry Potter game in my cousin's room, with my game console being worn out as shit, where the light was dead, right? The backlight in it was dead, and I knew it was mine because he never had a Game Boy. He only had the regular Game Boy Advance, right? And basically, um, I had found my Harry Potter game, my Ninja Turtle game, and I think one other game of mine. He was always a PS2 kid. He had a PS2. So he had his own things. I, uh, somebody nabbed my Game Boy and it had to be him. My other cousins wouldn't have taken my shit. Uh, that's why I don't trust him with anything ever in my life. Uh, I don't talk to him either, which is probably for the best. He's not exactly one you want to get angry, because he doesn't know how to control his temper. But yeah, I remember he's like, yeah, I went over to my aunt's house. It was a family gathering. We all had like 40 people, right? My dad's side of the family is pretty big. So we have about 40 people, I want to say, in this one house with my cousin's kids and their kids, their little kids. They were babies at the time. And my grandparents, and it was a pretty good day. Then I go upstairs to just kind of get away from everybody. Not to hide, just to hang out with my cousin and just to find out he stole my shit is like. I knew my cousin had problems, but I never thought he would steal my shit because I never really hung out with him or anything like that. It wasn't for the lack of wanting to, but he made it very clear that he could give two shits less. So, but, over the years, I've been wanting to just have things as kind of. I'm not saying. I mean, yes, I am very nostalgic for my past. Oh, I wanted to jump up and walk. And it almost went swimming. And, I would like to collect things I once had. So, uh, that's what I plan on doing. Is starting, if I can find some stuff, I want to try to find some old Bionicle Legos and some comics and some other stuff. And, why? Why? No, you don't want to kill me. That's the reason why. Oh no. Oh no. I need to get rid of something that's like completely useless. Gold jewel necklace. Need to get my speechcraft up. Get rid of the iron plate. Alright. Why? I'm almost running out of time too. So, you know what? We'll just leave them be. Hopefully, Elliot just leaves them alone. Time to go back to Whiterun and just cash out her stuff for the day. I'm at like 50 minutes again, so figured why not. Okay, so we're at like the 50-minute mark. It might be the 55-minute mark by the time I'm done. So, anyways, I hope
I
you guys
ain't done.
enjoyed the small story and me rambling. But I don't know how gaming is going to change within the next decade. It's not entirely bad, but it's not good either. It's like you got
I know,
hopes
it
for
seems very
some
lively.
things, and some other things are you know, and uh, bound to change regardless, right? Things are going to change. Like I said, we went from film to eventually, we went from film to radio to TV to VHS to cassette tapes to CDs, DVDs, vinyl. It's not all in order, but you get
I've
what I'm
got a
saying.
recipe for venison
You
stew
know,
that I'd like to
change
try out.
is,
Will you
you
happen to have
know,
some anytime
how
soon?
everything happens,
Super.
right?
I'll be sure to bring some back for you the next
And
time.
change is gonna be either good or bad or both. So it just is what it is.
I don't claim to be the best Take a
Let's
look.
see. Can we actually get more iron? 20% luck. Picking. What I could do is buy this. Hang on. Check more apparel. Sneaking. Frost. Oh, it's only 15%. Iron. Okay, let's check weapons. Uh, uh, 15 points of stamina. That would be good. I think you get a uh, bigger time frame. I think you could get like 8 seconds. Where if the target dies within 8 seconds, you can get some pretty good things. "2007. Where was I at in 2007? Uh, I think I was going into the 8th grade. Or might be 6th grade. I don't remember. That's just funny. Whenever I get like anything in the 2000s, like money wise or in a stat point in a video game, I always tend to reminisce about my childhood. I might be stuck in the past, but you know what? Each generation does it in one way or another. So, I guess for me, Legos, video games, and cartoons were like the peak time. Not only that, again, everybody that can relate to this. You know, things were a lot more calmer back then than nowadays. I think nowadays it's just chaos incarnate. You know, it's go, 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 nonstop. Yeah, bad 55-minute mark. I knew it. Try not to accidentally sell stuff we got. I want to keep this. I never get a free guard armor set ever. 32 iron, 2 pelts. Still probably way overweight. Do I need the elven shield? I don't know. We go to that one. We go to that. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Alright, guys. Well, I
Don't forget
appreciate
to check inside the
anybody.
shop if you need anything.
I appreciate anybody and everybody that, clicks on the videos. Hopefully I was entertaining. If you guys want to leave a like, you can. If not, no biggie. Um, I still upload every couple of days. I don't have a really set schedule. I try to upload daily, but it just depends. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good week. I hope you guys didn't mind the short story and me rambling again, but anyways, I'll catch you guys later. This is Rookie2134, aka Charles. Peace.